After many years trapped by the grip of chaos, overrun by demons and Norskins, the lands of Kislev has finally, at least the western part, been purified and returned under the rule of Tsarina Katarin. It will take time for the lands and cities to be rebuilt, but in the meantime, the campaign for the eastern part of Kislev is about to begin. Hello and welcome back to Fireside Improv. This is chapter 41 of this Karl Franz saga. Gustav is going to move forward to try to catch the armies of chaos.
To strengthen the empire
And eliminate it in order to facilitate the next step of the invasion of the eastern part of Kislev. Ralph Koch is also moving up
going forth.
in preparation for the assault. And the Empire's coffers have swelled as of late, and it's time to invest into the continued growth of the Empire. Particularly the lands in the south in preparation for war with the dwarves. The ambush does fail, and the Chaos Army moves forward to try to take on Gustav, but he is not ready for this fight just yet. He is concerned about his soldiers and their current status. So he does pull away, hoping he can get far enough so that battle does not quite happen just yet. After retreating, Gustav goes ahead and goes to the safety of the nearby settlement that is still being reconstructed after the last time it was destroyed. Norscan armies do continue to push a bit further in. They don't really have the strength to accomplish much. But they will be a nuisance.
Yes.
Konz and Eldred look to push forward together to continue marching towards eastern Kislev, while Volmir holds on next to Fort Ostrosk to make sure that it is not lost.
What orders? I live to serve the Emperor. In his name.
Ralph looks to push on up towards the city of Kislev. In order to be aggressive, they are both looking to win their respective fights one-on-one instead of grouping up, as they have noted more and more that speed is of the essence in these campaigns. The more they wait, the more forces are able to recover.
Sigmarite Archlector.
Dagobert
I will go.
moves behind to start reconstruction of Fort Jakova and Vitevo so that they can be sent on back to Tsarina so that she can start to help them grow again. Up in the far north, the Emperor and Balthasar Geltz are going to continue to push back towards the pass away from Krakadrak. They need to recover their strength before that assault can happen. But to do that, they are going to need
Then I will fight with you.
a new outpost, which will be taken just to the south. Bekofen has been put under siege. It is going to try to hold out, while at the same time Kislev was abandoned. Though the force can easily march back, but it doesn't concern Ralph Koch. He decides that he is going to be bold and push immediately to take the city.
Protector of the weak.
With Kislev under his control, he reorganizes his forces
Praise be to Sigma.
in order to get new, fresh soldiers into his army immediately to help and hold the city. He hopes it will be enough because he is tired of the back and forth. It would be nice to be able to simply hold on to something for once.
To the provinces. On march!
Praise be to Sigmar!
In Kislev, Eldred
The
and
Empire!
Kantz move forward together to try to take on Azazel, who does retreat from them, but it does move them closer and closer to Prague.
Very well. I live to serve the Emperor.
Where they hope to be able to take the great city, which would have both Prague and Kislev back under friendly hands controls.
What?
No peace, just war.
The Horde of Chaos does do its assault on the city, and Gustav is ready to take them on and defend it. The beasts of chaos march forward to the gates of the settlement. The defenders wish that their emperor was here to stand with them, but they will do what they can in his stead. The forces of chaos don't actually have much in the way of infantry to take the walls. They have some rams, some siege towers, but not all that much to man them. Their beasts might be what will be needed to batter down some of the gates as well. But the Empire hopes that they can keep them out entirely.
Cast magic against them!
They do get into the city, ensuring that there will be fighting happening in the city streets. Although they make the strange decision for their elite soldiers to kind of march around a bit. Curious. On the walls, most of the forces of chaos run pretty darn quickly, so the walls will hold. Elsewhere in the city, however, they do march right in after breaking down the gates. The Empire Demigryph Knights are asked to come and intercept them, but they aren't quite at this part of the city.
Withdraw! Handgunners! Form a ring of steel! We'll be back! Caster of Shaish.
Ready for war!
Ultimately, the Chaos Forces, despite getting into the city, don't stand particularly long, and they do flee. With the victory, it does open up the eastern part of Kislev even more, so the campaign can proceed. Azazel makes the strange decision to try to take on Kance and Eldred, but his forces are kind of outmatched and he is dispatched incredibly easily. The forces in Kislev were not, in fact, attacked, and the remnants of the defeated horde came a little too close, and Ralph is able to quickly finish them off before returning to Kislev.
Protector of the weak.
The other force does come towards Gustav, but he does decide to hold for just a little while longer before trying to engage. Still doesn't want to risk a defeat.
Yes, my lord.
In Kislev,
To strengthen the empire.
Erengrad is put under siege,
To battle.
and Volmir
Onwards.
is sent to try to help it before it falls, or reclaim it quickly if it does.
True servant of Sigmar.
And even with Azazel's defeat, there are unfortunately another two forces that have appeared from the Chaos Wastes into Kislev, as they aren't quite able
Praise
to
Sigmar.
continue their push,
Step to it.
Protector of the weak.
but
By
they will
Sigmar's right.
hold their ground in preparation.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Balthazar, Gelt, and the Emperor find their new outpost
I
to
command
help
here.
to recoup some of their strength.
Move. I am in a
They march across the hostile
Who calls?
landscape did not come without a cost. Several soldiers did die in that march that they're going to have to replace in order to do their final attack
I am
on
a supreme
Krakadrak.
patriarch.
The Tsarina has moved south to intercept the forces of chaos.
Yes, my lord.
So Gustav has decided he will march out and try to win a great victory. If he does, fantastic. If he can't quite pull off the victory,
Into
then the
battle!
Tsarina will be able to mop up whatever remains. Gustav deploys his forces near an abandoned building. Whoever used to own it, whatever it used to do, is unknown. It has probably been abandoned for years at this point. When they had searched the building, they had found poisons, disease, marks of chaos that stretch many, many years. The Empire puts their forces in peculiar formations in order to try to make use of their handgunners as much as possible. Their front line is weak, so they're going to have to maximize their ranged units if they're going to have a chance of victory. After taking some rockets to the face, the forces of chaos realize they do in fact need to march forward, while taking some more rockets to the face.
No lingering! For Heldenhammer! Charge! At speed! Here Sigmar's heirs! The Empire endures! By Ulrich's wrath! Faster! Fight for our right to live!
The formation does its job to start with, as the handgunners are relatively untouched, being able to fire into the exposed flanks. Though the Empire also has exposed flanks, but they can continue to fire into that. Chaos forces do run and flee, and with the victory, yet another part of Kislev becomes a little safer and a little more open to counterattacks. The victory is achieved, and while Erengrad was sacked.
Praise
Volmir
Sigma.
is hot in pursuit
We march.
to take down the force that did it.
Protector of the weak. Forward. In his name.
Kappelberg is being reclaimed.
Sigmarite Archlector. True servant of Sigmar.
Vitevo is being
Praise be to
reclaimed.
Sigma. Sigmarite Archlector.
By the comet.
Zavastra will soon be reclaimed. Volmir can also reclaim Castle von Rauken, which sets the stage for the
Praise
siege
be to
of
Sigmar.
Prague.
Ever vigilant. I serve the Heldenhammer.
Yes, a sound plan. Let us move.
Eldred is the one who marches forward
Into battle.
to start the siege.
To arms.
Archlector.
Kant moves in behind
True
while Ralph
servant of
marches
Sigma.
up from Kislev. Once the siege towers are constructed, the city of Prague will be ready for perhaps the greatest fight that has occurred in this reclamation of Kislev against the forces of chaos.